internet of value at Ripple, we're thinking much bigger than just cross-border payments. It's kind of like Amazon with rare books in the early days, just this market happens to be a $10 trillion market.
We are at a historic turning point.
Said in the past that you are doing for money what email did for communication.
Moving the whole revolution forward.
Take on it.
There's trillions of dollars parked around the world. XRP.
Is there a possibility that Ripple could take over Swift one day?
Well,
welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of 24 Hours Crypto. Let's get right into today's video. This is going to be amazing. A lot of you guys are going to, start thinking about what you're going to be doing with the capital gains in the near future. And I'm going to go over today exactly how much XRP do I realistically think is a decent amount. And I'll tell you right off the bat, $6,000. But let me explain to you why I think that. I'm going to give you guys some different categories of what you could be doing with this money and what the foreseeable future is looking like for us early crypto investors. Ladies and gentlemen, sit back, relax. Coinbase went down again. Take a look at this. As soon as the markets start going up, what did I tell you about having your assets on an offline wallet so you can control it yourself? Because if Coinbase goes down, you can't log in and you can't sell, you can't move it. So take advantage of the $130 off for 2 wallets. Link is in the description down below. Take advantage of this before the hurt comes, ladies and gentlemen. It's like the cyber attack was the other day. Coinbase going down today. You really can't make these stuff up. And now let's move into the juicy part of the video. JP Morgan, $9.8 trillion in daily payments processed. Keep this number in your head because it's going to help you out with the math calculation that I'm going to quickly show you. Very simple to understand, okay? Take a look at this. So let's imagine a pool of XRPs. And let's imagine that the price of XRP is at $2 and the circulating supply is at 75 billion and the market cap is at 150 billion. You do realize that the market cap at 150 billion is pretty much that liquidity pool and pretty much how much money is within that market cap. So if we have 3 financial institutions here on a very conservative scale, because we know there are hundreds of even PSPs, financial institutions, and even world trade, okay? This is the internet of value. So we're gonna see real world assets get tokenized and other assets be tokenized, like something that we have never seen before. So there's gonna be a lot more value created in this ecosystem. And when we're talking about the $2 XRP, just look at how much pressure these 3 financial institutions would put on this. I mean, it's already over XRP's market cap because we're looking at $600 billion and the market cap for XRP is at $150 billion. So realistically speaking, the price and the scalability of this XRP ledger and digital asset XRP will rise without a doubt. So this is why I say $10, $20, $30, $40, $50, $100 for XRP will happen 100%, because at the end of the day, the market cap will be that liquidity pool. And if we go into a different perspective at a $50 per XRP with 75 billion XRP in circulation, this approximately, even with these 3 banks alone, okay, uses up 16.2% of the $3.7 trillion market cap that this a $50 XRP would give. And a $3.7 trillion market cap for XRP is peanuts. It sounds crazy right now, but that's okay. That's okay. So if we're talking about a $600 billion utilizing XRP, again, 3 financial institutions, you guys just saw JP Morgan, 9.8 trillion on a daily basis. That's just JP Morgan. This would be almost 17%. I mean, that's a big chunk just by 3 entities alone, right? And also, you got to understand, once the winners come out on top, that's what everybody's going to start using because it's the most efficient and it's the most trusted. Like realistically, really, like guys, really think about it, okay? So now let's take a look at this $6,000 XRP bag. But first, we got to do the age chart. If you're 20, you're going to be 24. This is in 4 years. I am 99% sure these targets are going to get met. So if you're 30 today, you're going to be 34. If you're 40, you're going to be 44. If you're 70, you're going to be 74. If you're 74, you're going to be 78. 2 years under 80. So you guys are all going to be living well. 60, 64, right? 55, you'll be 59. You guys are going to be totally okay. But take a look at this perspective. A $6,000 XRP portfolio right now will give you approximately 10,169 XRP. And if we multiply that by $50 per XRP, we get $508,474,000. And you need to take into account for short-term capital gains and long-term capital gains. So the short-term capital gains applies if you held the asset for 1 year or less, which 99% of you guys are probably not in that category. And you're going to be taxed at your ordinary income tax rate. Again, it's not financial advice, it's not tax advice. This is just a rough estimate. Long-term capital gains applies if you held the asset for more than 1 year, and you're going to be taxed at a lower rate, usually, not majority of the time, 0% depending on where you are, 15% or 20% depending on your tax bracket as well. So after we take our initial investment, we are left with $502,471. And if we were to go ahead and kind of take a look at what we are walking away with after the long-term gains, let's say 15%, $75,000 would be approximate tax amount. So you would be walking away with approximately $427,102 after you get taxed approximately $75,000. So now it's all about what kind of life do you want, or living expenses, or some people are going to be just okay with having rent paid off forever, realistically, right? So if you were to divide that up and say, let's say your rent is $3,500. Again, we picked the kind of high rent, very lavish living. So if your rent is, way less than this is US dollars, you're going to be rent free for 10 years, right? Do you want to take salary off this and pay yourself $3,500 a month? You could pay yourself $3,500 a month for 10 years. Do you want to go into real estate and start putting down $100,000 on some homes? Approximately, you could put 4 down payments, a really good amount down payment for these homes, right? And then you could leverage and get more credit. Again, there's so many different avenues that you could be looking at this. And I want you guys to let me know in the comments down below, realistically. And we picked a very average number. A lot of you guys, I'm most certain, have much more XRP than this. And if you have less XRP than this, it's not a bad thing. You're still ahead of the game. Okay, we are so early, and I'm projecting this with a $50 XRP. Do you understand how conservative I am being here? I am being so conservative. I'm telling you right now. So whatever number I just gave you, rewind, and you could go ahead and, multiply that. So if you were to have 12,000 XRP right now, right, you would be just over $1 million, and your capital gains would be just under $1 million. And then now you're working with, give or take, $950,000 with a $12,000 investment. And yes, I know that voice in your head. I know it. It's not, you're not crazy. XRP is 100% possible for it to go to those levels. Think about where we are as a market. None of these assets are being used in the financial sector. I cannot stress that enough. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Remember, JP Morgan, $9.8 trillion in daily payments processed, just JP Morgan alone. And remember, if you missed yesterday's upload, I was a little late with the Federal Reserve and Ripple's collaboration. I highly suggest you watch that video because it is very valuable, and I give some beautiful information there that you really can't miss out. It was a late upload, but I promised you guys a doubleheader yesterday, so I really personally couldn't go to bed without doing that video. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I do appreciate every single one of you guys. $6,000 XRP bag. Let me know. Smash that like button if you are a $6,000 XRP bag holder in the comments down below. Leave a little bag. Leave a little bag. Don't tell me how much you got. Leave a bag. Leave a thumbs up. Leave something in the comments down below. And let me know what you think about the perspective about having your rent paid for 10 years or, you know, paying yourself salary for 10 years. But again, you can't be lazy. With life, you know, ever since crypto came around, everybody wants to be a multi-millionaire because they think it's easy. No, investing is still the same. Just because, you know, a little handful of individuals got crazy rich, remember, just take a look at the Moon Carl, look at Da Vinci, look at Crypto. All those individuals, I started around they started a little bit earlier than I did, and then I came in early 2017. But all these individuals holding Bitcoin, you know, there's 17-year-olds, 18-year-olds that are holding Bitcoin that made millions of dollars. XRP holders are going to get their turn. It's a matter of time. You're not going to stop this like whatsoever. You can't stop this. The transparency in blockchain, that's the best part about it, is unstoppable. So when an asset like the XRP starts getting used within the financial ecosystem, it's going to put a lot of demand on XRP. And what does demand do? It causes the price to gradually or suddenly rise. So with that being said, I appreciate every single one of you guys. I hope everybody has a wonderful Thursday. Again, I want to see you guys in the comments down below. I'm going to try to reply to every single one of you guys. You know I do. But again, I want your perspective. I want your goals. Like, not everybody, you know, even if you want to travel for a year and then, you know, come back and settle down, you know, life, you got to keep busy. So it's not about, you still got to keep busy, folks. Again, let me hear your perspective on this. And Coinbase, I can't believe it. I mean, what are the odds? I talked about the cyber attack, and then Coinbase goes down and a bull market happens. And imagine what's going to happen when the market just goes haywire. Folks, we're at 2 trillion. It's going to go to 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 trillion. Do you know how many learning experiences we're going to have? Okay, so that experience, I hope it's going to be good for all of us, and make sure it's kept safe offline. Take advantage of the $130 off. Link in the description down below. Get it before the crowd rushes in. With that being said, we'll be back with another video.
Building RippleNet with the thesis that crypto liquidity would eventually be able to support robust global payments, large payments. RippleNet was designed so that customers seeing the benefits of our fiat-based network could flip the switch to ODL once the market was mature enough. And this is exactly what's happening. Flip the switch.
I think what we're building has, you know, it's solving a real problem. And I think all of the tokens, my advice to anybody would be, understand the utility. If there's real utility and there's real value being delivered to a real customer, there will be value in the token.